Welcome back to What's the Story. Unlike you, I am Dan Kennedy, and I am here with Mina and Kelley from Daisy the Great. Girls, thank you very much for joining me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for having
us. Being here.
Yes, yes. So we're here in San Francisco tonight. Mm-hmm. You're playing, and you're red hot. You had a hit single last year. Mm-hmm. Your new record, All I Need Is Time, just dropped earlier this month. Mm-hmm. Why are you not headlining this tour?
We wanted to wait. I think that we were nervous about we have never done a headline tour before, and I feel like something that we've learned over time is not to rush, and that we just wanted the album to live in the world a little bit before we toured it, because we wanted people to sit with the songs for a while, because I think that that will have a more fulfilling time, I think, when people are able to sit with the record and know the songs, where if we drop the record and then immediately go on tour. I mean, it's been really cool this tour because there's people who literally know all the words to all the songs, and that's incredible. And hopefully with a little bit more time there'll be more people like that.
We're also in the middle of announcing a headline tour for spring, so we have one in the works.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to that. I've been seeing the updates on it.
Yes.
So we're here in San Francisco, I said. Did you have a chance to explore today?
I did. I got in earlier than the rest of the band, so I went to the botanical gardens today and just walked around. It's hard to get in nature sometimes on tour, so I had a nice time walking and just looking at flowers and stuff today.
And our last day of good weather tomorrow.
Right.
The rain is coming.
I also saw the painted ladies.
Oh, the houses?
The houses. Yeah, I saw the
Full House.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
I didn't see any of San Francisco, but we did
tomorrow.
go down a steep street. We drove down a steep street, which is very San Francisco.
The steep street or a steep street?
I don't know.
Probably not the one.
It's probably one of.
I know.
Yeah.
I've been down the one.
Yeah.
So the two of you met in college. What brought you together?
We were friends in the same friend group for a while, but we were never we never had an opportunity, honestly, to get super close until third year. We had a class together finally, and we ended up working together in the class and writing a song together for the class. And then I think initially we started collaborating a lot on a lot of projects, and it was mostly the kind of drive to want to create and the shared joy for performing and for creating and writing stuff together that solidified it early.
So in a world of egomaniacs, what made you want to sing in harmony?
That's funny.
I think it just felt right. I think that we both wrote, and both of us, I think voice was our first main instrument, and I think it still is. We've definitely grown a lot as instrumentalists and musicians over time, but the way that I think something that brought us together is the way that we used to write is that we would stack vocals in GarageBand as instruments, because we didn't know how to play a lot of instruments, so we would build these. I would solo build a bunch of tracks out of vocals and just stack a bunch of vocals and love the way that sounded, and Kelley did the same thing, and that's part of what brought us together. And I think we just liked the idea of doing something together, and it was a lot less scary, I think, to have a band than be a solo artist.
Yeah,
and more fun.
I also my mom is an opera singer, and so she taught me to harmonize when I was a little kid, and I think that was my first kind of thing that I fell in love with about music was singing whatever, row your boat or whatever in harmony. And all the music that I loved when I was a kid was all super harmonic and vocal driven, and I think when I started writing music, that's just what I gravitated towards, and everything I listened to and everything that I wanted to write had really stacked harmonies. So
Yeah, we like stuff that sounded like fat.
All right. Well, it is all absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
And I'm sure that everyone that hears it and sees you falls absolutely in love with both of you.
Thank you.
And you must have millions of, or well, thousands of fan friends.
millions.
We have millions
It's
of fans.
millions, yeah.
Millions of fan friends. But does the band have a nemesis? Is there an enemy band that the two of you want to square up against in a cage match?
Oh,
An enemy.
we don't, but I do have one.
Oh.
We
Whisper
don't.
it to me.
Okay, we had one. I won't reveal too much, but we once were like in competition for something like kind of small that was like not very important to us.
It was like this small magazine was doing like a best
band of the
new-
week or
like,
band of the month or
band
something,
of the
and
month.
we like just randomly were nominated. Like we don't even know how we ended up on this list. But we were doing really well, and for some reason we just got really competitive about it, and we were like, oh wow, like it really seems like we might win. Like there's only 5 bands in the running, whatever. And then just as soon as we were like, I think we've like, it looks good, this other person started getting like a ton of like votes, and then we looked them up and they were like already like seemed successful, and like
we were like, wait, this
they
person's
don't
already famous.
Yeah, like what's going on? And then I think it was also like especially funny because it was kind of calm, you know what I mean? Like it was like we didn't need to win it.
There was no.
We just like got competitive randomly. And so we were on tour at the time, and all of us in the car made up a song that was, I won't say the person's name, but we like changed it even for the song, but we would sing like the person's name, and then we were like, wow, you gotta get in the way when you're already famous, you're famous already. And we would sing we would sing that like all the time.
And we were like, that song is good.
I know.
So,
Then we were like, I wonder if we could release this, or if that would be weird. But
Have the exclusive
now
here.
it's released. Yeah.
You got it. That's basically, that's the whole thing.
So I've watched a bunch of your live performances. There doesn't seem to be too much out there that fans have shot, but there's a lot of professional stuff that you guys have done interviews with and had them shoot you. It seems to me that you are the most happy when you're performing with AJR
Oh,
on
really?
stage,
Yeah.
just jumping around.
That was so fun.
Is that because it's just the huge audience on a huge stage, or is it something about them?
It was honestly, I mean, that tour was amazing, and we felt so grateful to be a part of it, and so excited to be able to play, you know, arenas and like giant rooms with them. Definitely, I think that was that tour kind of taught us even in our own tour how to like run around on stage. Like we had never had wireless mics before.
Or like space on stage.
Yeah, we never had
always
space.
been on like pretty small stages.
And the first show that we played, I remember now being like, it's so like, I was expecting to be, I think, intimidated, but I actually was like, I feel so comfortable. I feel like so happy to be able to just like walk around, and like, it's just easier to express yourself with a little bit of space. And the like obviously like intimate and like crowded shows are really exciting and fun in their own way. But that tour, jumping around and like seeing the audience, especially like we played a record player with them in the middle of their set, so we got to like run on stage while they were in the middle of their show, and like their audience was always so with them and like jumping and so excited. And it was so exciting to just like run on stage and just be like, we're here too, like, and get to kind of just like experience that with them, and then just disappear and run away.
It really looked like the two of you were jumping on, like bouncing on air. Just
Yeah, it was so
happy to
fun.
be there. It was wonderful to see.
Thank you.
And the song Record Player, the Record Player song, there are at least 3 different versions of it that I've heard.
Oh, yeah.
Is the song still evolving, and will there be 10 different versions of it in the next 10 years?
I don't know. It definitely is evolving. I think we have obviously revisited it last year, and that kind of informed some changes that we made to our current set for when we play it. It's like a different feeling than when we originally played it.
Yeah, I think that there's like, I think at this point it's like not really in our hands anymore. Like I feel like we've done like I think that the next evolution of it, if anything came out another thing came out, it'd probably be like a live performance or something.
Yeah.
Because I think that, I think that it's the world's now.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good. So, your new record, that's why we're here, that's what we're talking about.
Yeah.
All You Need Is Time. The title comes from the beautifully somber track, Smile Pretty Girl. Tell me where that song comes from. Which one of you wrote that song? Or together?
You wrote.
I wrote it, yeah.
Okay.
That song comes from a place of it's a place of like talking to kind of like the child inside of you. I wrote it laying on the couch taking pictures of myself.
Cool.
And I think that it's like accepting who you are in the middle of like dreading like the world around you.
The world is a scary place, but it's a beautiful song. It's a
Thank
great
you.
title, and you pulled the right title out of that song for the record title. It's great. Your music videos are amazing.
Thank you.
They're mini movies. You direct or co-direct them, most of them.
Often, yeah.
What do you see yourself directing videos for other bands?
For other bands? Whoa.
I mean, we'd be down.
Sure, yeah.
We're very adamant about like having a heavy hand in like all of the like creative parts of like even like little tiny like visuals and stuff. We're like, we actually want to control that. And people are like, okay. Because we like, both of us are like such like multi-dimensional artists. Like we both do visual art and we sing and we act and we like direct and we just like want to like the project is not just music, it's like an entire like world, I think, and we want to be kind of at the head of it.
I think it would be really fun to have a project of directing for another band. That would be so fun.
That'd be sick, yeah.
Often we'll like have an extremely clear shared vision, so I think that could be really fun if we were like, oh, we hear the song and we like 100% know what we want it to be. That would be really
we
exciting.
also have so much fun when we're like, a lot of times when we're co-directing or like creative directing something, like we're in it, so we don't always get to like be director in the room.
Right.
Where like, but like when we are able
so
to like
fun.
have other actors, like we're both just like so excited about being that person.
Yeah.
So I'd be stoked, yeah.
Well, that takes me right to my favorite video, Dips. So you weren't in that video. What can you tell me about Bridget Lundy Payne and the coat? Their chemistry was amazing. Are they still together? No.
That's my coat, so I'm with the coat.
Yeah, that's such a funny story because that's like also like one of my favorite videos. And me and Kel we made the video for Famous like a couple weeks before, and our album was coming out, our first album. And we were talking to someone from Refinery 29, and we had sent them Famous, and they like missed the email, and then Famous came out and they were like, oh, love the video, like we missed the email, like
We were trying to get them to premiere
we were trying to get them to premiere the video. They were like, do you have another video? We were like, yeah, and we didn't. And so we were like, yeah, we'll get it to you Tuesday, and like we were trying, so we premiered the Dips video like a day before the album came out. And we were like, and I was sitting with Bridget at a hotel. We were like in a hotel lobby eating food, the Hawksmoor, I believe. And we were like drinking coffee. And I was like, okay, I need to make a video for Dips. And Bridget was like, I'll be in it. And I was like, okay. And I was like, okay, what can it possibly be? Okay, so it's like a story about like, wanting to like find a summer like romance that like is gone, but it's like you're in it in your head, and we're like, okay, maybe you're in love with like a piece of clothing, like a coat or something. And Bridge like grew up with like their dad is like did like puppeteering and stuff, so they like grew up kind of around puppeteering. And I was like, you think you could like pull that off? They were like, yeah. And then we like called like all our friends who did who had like a camera. We were like, do you want to like film this video? And we found our friend Danielle. They came and yeah, we just like pulled together some friends.
Next day.
Yeah, the very next day.
Like it has to be right now.
My partner at the time let us use their house, and like we just performed it there. And me and Kel the next day, I called out of work, I said I was sick, and we sat in my apartment for 24 hours just editing the video ourselves, and then we sent it to our friend to color, we sent it to Refinery 29, and we made the video within like 2 days. Yeah,
That's an awesome
Yeah.
To make it 2 days, that's awesome.
I mean,
Yeah.
and it's only good because Bridge is so good. Like,
Yeah.
I think that like they just did
Right.
such a good job, and like we're like truly like seemed in love with
Yeah.
the coat. And me and Kelly, I mean, not to toot our own horns, but we're pretty good editors. Like, we're
I
pretty
would
good
say
video
so.
editors.
Thank
yeah.
you.
I would say I didn't know that you edited it.
Yeah.
That's
We
really
edited,
good.
we edited
We-
Liar too.
That's really cool.
And
Yeah.
Glitter.
Was Bridget in Liar?
Yeah.
Okay, I thought I saw her,
Yeah,
but I didn't
yeah.
see her name in the credits.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're in Liar. Yeah,
They play
they're in
the
Liar.
jack.
So, Glitter, you mentioned. Did you shoot half of that video backwards? Or some of it backwards?
No.
Oh, I was just what I saw. Okay.
Wait, when? I don't think so.
No, we didn't shoot any of it backwards, but we did do some tricks in it.
Yeah,
where
we
people,
did
like,
tricks.
Maybe
appeared.
that's what I was seeing.
Yeah,
There was a lot of tricks,
Yeah,
for sure.
some masking.
Well, I need to ask you about
Yeah.
your band members because
Oh,
I don't,
yeah,
I don't
of
want
course.
to end without.
Oh, you're thinking of Famous. Famous we did shoot backwards.
Oh, are you?
Oh, maybe
The
I
glitter is in Famous.
Was. Yes.
There's glitter
Oh,
on our faces.
yes.
in it.
Okay.
Yeah,
We do
yeah.
that
It's a
backwards.
close up.
Yes, yes, that's perfect.
something was
We had to
backwards.
sing the song. We learned how to sing the beginning of the song backwards in order to pull it off.
Flesh, yum, doing with downtown stand.
Yeah, flush yum yummy.
Yummy, but
With
downtown
strong
stand.
tones.
It's not hard to be about
man.
myself backwards.
That sounds hard. But no, I want to hear about your band members because
Yeah.
I know that Bernardo is affectionately known as Nardo. But tell me about the other band members and what their nicknames.
Sure. So we have Matti, whose nickname is Matto Banana. Matti is our drummer. They're also special. Nardo and Matti are with us on this tour.
Nardo's Noodle.
Yeah, Nardo's nickname is actually Noodle. And then we have two other band members that are a part of our full band set. Matt, who I don't think
His
Matt
nickname
really.
is Matt.
Yeah, Matt's already Matt.
Matto?
Matt, Matty. I don't know. I think it's just Matt.
It's just Matt.
Matt also plays guitar and bass and switches off with Nardo, and then Bree is another like backup singer vocalist that comes with us. She sometimes plays some drums. Yeah, Bree's nickname is Bree B.
We're gonna put her on a synth for the
Yeah.
headline tour, maybe.
But they're awesome. They're
Yeah.
like our best friends, and it's so fun to
Yeah.
play with them.
You definitely all seem like a family.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for
Yeah.
being with me here today.
Thank you for having us.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time here on What's the Story.
Thank you.